to Tarot with Taschi. Where have you been, Tash? Well, I have been busy at work, extremely busy at launching a new website that has been launched now, launched on Tuesday night. The timing, this is months worth of work, which I came in for the last half of it, to help, and it all came together somehow, and it seems to be all good, but I have not felt enthused at all to do any readings. I think I've done one, because I'm just tired, didn't feel like it. But also my life has taken a sort of a weird arc, I guess, where I honestly haven't heard a train for like 3 hours. Why do I film videos at this time then? I have been studying something else, basically. Like, what is it? Astrology? No. Anything to do with spirituality? No. I have been studying trading and the markets, especially crypto and currencies, and I've been really interested in that, and the more I read about it, the more interested I get. And I guess this train, how long are you? If you watched my video probably over a month ago now, I talked about my 888s and my numerology, and 8 is the number of money, karma, and I have 3, and I always end up in situations where it's like, do I go for business or do I go for spirituality? And I'm like, why can't there be some sort of middle ground? I haven't found it yet, but I feel like this is a path that I should be taking, and the fact it's come up now is quite interesting, because things tend to reveal themselves in layers, and this is the layer that I'm now on. Just you. This new layer where I'm dealing with some sort of growth around money, and I know it's karmic because I had a life where I had a lot of money and I really regretted not helping people. When I did my life review at the end of my life, I was deeply ashamed of the way that I acted when I did have money. So my goal in this life is to make money, to sort of write that karma and balance that karma out, and I feel like now is the time that is sort of happening. So like, what's starting to happen, my life takes these weird journeys sometimes. It all stems from meeting one person, and it normally does for me. It takes one person to sort of put me on this life, like it took one person to put me on the music track. You know, in my other life where I was a radio DJ, you can probably tell that I like to talk, and I like tunes, but that one person set me on a path that caused a lot of growth in so many ways. It's actually quite ridiculous. And now it's sort of, and then I had another path I had to go down, and now there's this. I always watched the stocks when I was a kid. I don't know why, and I feel like I had a past life when I was a trader on Wall Street or New York. Anyway, in the 20s, I can feel that, and that might be related to the Titanic life, because I actually went down on the Titanic. I chose that as an out for myself because I wasn't getting the lesson and I wasn't being kind with money like I was supposed to. So I chose to exit then. But anyway, I do want to do a reading today because I have nothing else to do. I mean, I painted my nails in glitter, like that's how bored I am. Not bored, but like, I'm not a person that likes to stay at home if I don't have to, or I don't feel like I should energetically, like I have energy. I'd like to go and see new things, but I'm also quite a nana now, and I don't know, during the day I like to go out and do things. Nighttime not so much anymore. I can't believe that I used to be out on the rig like 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't even know how I did that, but I did love the music. The music kept me there. But anyway, I want to pull some cards and see what comes up, because I want to try something different at the end as well that I saw in another video. I thought it was quite cool. So I want to see what the message is that comes out first. The Tower. I'm just gonna pull my usual 7. Yeah. Let's keep shuffling. I've had a few jumpers, but I've been waffling, and that one jumped, so let's just go with it. They're quite jumpy today, so something probably needs to come out to somebody. If anybody is actually following these readings and looks forward to them, I'm really sorry. But life, I have had no energy for this. It takes quite a lot of energy for me to read sometimes when I have other things going on. I'm quite a person who likes to focus on one thing at a time, and that's why the trading thing has been my focus, and I've just put this aside. The King of Cups. Okay, I'll just think that. Right, the World. I saw this card before. I mean, yes, this card is mostly, I feel like this card comes up when we're talking about relationships and completion of a cycle, or karmic cycle, or somebody wants to give you the world, but maybe this is like the collective. We will see. The Three of Swords. Is this, I don't know. My mind went relationship, but then it also kind of fits that this is a sort of a breakdown that's happening collectively with this virus. But it needs to happen, and maybe it's the end of this cycle, this breakdown, because there's tears here. There's, yes, there's like betrayal, whatever that's what that card normally means, but it's like, it's a collective heartbreak, I guess. The Two of Pentacles. Well, that's a rebalancing, isn't it? This what needs to happen. It's like, I was watching some video the other day. I think her name is Awakened Vibes on YouTube, and she said that we've all upgraded energetically lately, and this virus has given Mother Earth the chance to breathe for the first time in who knows when. The dinosaurs, she needs a break from all of this. There needs to be a rebalance. I mean, look at what's going on. Canals are clearing up. Smog is clearing. Like all these unexpected things, you know. With us staying home. I can see it here. I can't tell. But I need to get rid of that off my bed. I can't deal with it. All of these benefits are going to come from this break that we're having to do. I mean, it's hardly like wartime, where we're rationing and all the rest of it. We're literally just been told to stay home. Like, this is our nation's, our generation's collective effort. Like, compared to the past, having to stay home for a few weeks is like whatever. It's not exactly bombs going off outside. Strength, well, we're going to strengthen the earth by giving us a little break, and the world by giving us a little break, but we're also being called now on your personal strength, I think, and your personal ability to balance your emotions at the moment. I understand that people get anxiety, and I'm not saying that I don't get anxiety, but I don't get anxiety about this. Is it because I'm tapped into a higher perspective on it? Maybe, but like, I don't get the panic. I find it quite, I don't want to say fun, but I find this is so necessary. This is how we come together as a collective. It has to be a common enemy. I've always thought that. I kind of hoped it might be some aliens come down, like Independence Day. But if it's a virus, it's a virus. Whatever. I understand there's a lot of lives lost, but you chose that in your contract as I believe, as a possibility that you might die in this particular time frame at this time. So if you've incarnated at all at this time, then you've agreed to help with this ascension, and this is no joke, a part of the ascension. This is how we're going to get there. We're all going to change our lifestyles because of this. All these things are going to become a lot more important that we should have been doing a long time ago. They're suddenly coming to the forefront, like communicating and living in the same space with people for weeks on end, like being able, tolerance is going to go up hopefully, and compassion and all of these other things that we should have been doing a long time ago, but it again takes this common enemy before we do anything. But going back to the anxiety thing, like I get it, but I don't get it. So this is where my alien comes into it, where I just don't think I'm from here, because the panic buying and the fear, like, this is exciting. This is a good thing that has happened, and there's going to be sacrifices and weirdness. I don't particularly like working from home, especially since I've just worked for years to try and get back out into the workforce, and then as of Wednesday just been, I'm back in my bed working. But, like, that's just me complaining. Collectively, this is such an exciting time, it's not even funny. Like, what the hell's going to happen? I'm the type of person that watches a movie like Transformers, and I'm like, yeah, I'll lead the resistance. If you need someone to step up, I'll do it. I do it. Like, if somebody's going to do it, I don't care. I almost wish that we would have an apocalypse sometimes, because that's how things change. So, like, yes, you might lose your job, and I understand that there's a lot of people in that position, especially like Burger King staff, like, oh, what the fuck are they up to? That company. I understand all of that, but we've all been in a bad position at some point, and we're not in it now. And that's what you have to remember, that it will get better, and things will improve, and things things will never be the same, but we will get there as a group. And I don't know, I find that kind of thing fun. If I had to cook out go make a fire in the backyard because I had no electricity, it was a novelty for a while. I don't know. People are more inventive, I think, when they are forced to be. That's how things change, that's how things get invented. The Lovers. Interesting. I think that that's an interesting card with this lineup. It's probably this duality is what I'm thinking. A man, woman, that's as dualistic as it gets. Alpha, Omega and all of that. We've got that opportunity now to, I think we've already tipped, obviously, as a species. We have, with the Me Too and all of that sort of thing, we have now a little less capacity for people to act badly and all of that. But balancing this duality a bit better, I think, is our job. It's this fear-love dichotomy. We need to move away from fear and into love and all the rest of it. That's what Jesus said. Just love everybody, accept everybody, accept people are different, even those weirdos who are hoarding things. They're just in fear, and they're conditioned so, they've been conditioned so much from their genes and their families and all the rest of it, and too much news, to be in fear, and they buy into it, and they unfortunately like it too much to let go of it. Well, you don't have to be like that. But noticing, it's probably a good message, noticing the duality and noticing, like people, I was watching the news today and somebody said that people are actually going online and finding people that have tested positive for this virus and they're abusing them. And I thought, it wouldn't cross my mind in a bazillion years to do that. So that it's like, take the judgment hat off and go, wow, I am so far from that, and I'm glad. That's another duality that that these sort of situations can bring about. I hope I'm making sense to somebody, because I feel like I'm just talking shit now. The Eight of Pentacles, this card came out before, and it's going to take work. That was what I was thinking. Work, work, work. The Eight of Pentacles is an interesting card because it's near the completion cycle. 9 being the last in that cycle, or 10 in this deck, but if you're talking numerology, 9 is the end of a cycle. So we're nearly there. We're so close. We're so close to pushing this boat out forever and becoming the highest version of ourselves that we can be. We're so close. I know we are. I came here at this time because this was the most important time since Atlantis, since the fall of all of that and the I don't know, you probably don't know much about it, but there was technology was introduced that was used for negative purposes, and it basically blew up the whole society and it sank away forever. And this, next to that, in the history books down the road, it's going to be as important, I think. the Seven of Cups. We have a lot of choices, especially with our emotions right now, because it is a Cups card. We have a lot of choices and a lot of ways that we could choose to look at this, and I choose to see it positively. This is a good thing. Even Hitler, if you don't understand that Hitler was a good and necessary person, then can't help you. You need to, there's a few books that you need to read. A Soul's Plan, can't remember the name of the author. A Soul's Plan is probably a good one for you. If you don't understand that Hitler was necessary and he caused that duality that I'm talking about, that duality that we needed to realize that sending people to concentration camps is probably not the best idea, or mass. I watched a really interesting documentary in social studies, and it was about Coke and Pepsi, and they put the people into two groups. It was, you're for Coke, you're for Pepsi, and then they started this basically a mini war against each other, and the propaganda, why the Coke is better than Pepsi, and they started, the negativity started coming out, and the segregation, because you like Coke and you like Pepsi, and at the end of it they were like, see, and that's how Hitler happened. That's how easy it was. It's like groupthink, or whatever the other word is, like hive mind. Once you get on that track, it's quite easy to end up in that sort of a situation. That's what we learned, that we actually have to put our foot down if we see wrongdoing. That's something you can do. If you see people like those idiots on Facebook, this is why I don't read Facebook. I don't engage in things like that. If you see that sort of behaviour, like, stop it. Tell people off. Tell them to pull their head in. Somebody's got to do it. Be brave. You can do it. Anyway, the thing I was talking about that I wanted to do, I saw a video and she used her playlist to come up with a song, and the shuffle to come up with a song that is relevant to the reading. So I don't know, I have the randomest playlist on the face of the earth probably. There's all sorts on there, from Take Me Home Country Roads to Sanitarium or Master of Puppets, I don't know, and everything in between. So I'm going to shuffle. I'm going to put it on silent because I don't want it to but I'm going to put it on the shuffle, and I'm going to see what song comes up in relation to this reading. My number. Holy Fire. That's interesting. The song is Falls, my number, and the song is whatever, but I mean, holy fire. We are being put through holy fire right now. I'm very aligned with the violet flame, and I feel like this is a trial by fire, and we have a choice, and we can do it. We can unite. That's all we have to do, is unite. I spoke once before about the universe. It likes to expand and contract. We're in the expansion phase, technically, but we're actually trying to come together. We're expanding to contract and unite. That's our job here, is to unite, and unite in love and not in hatred for other people. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with all of that, and I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it. If nothing other than a new perspective on this crisis, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.